Hey guys, Mr. Strangeloop here, and I'm gonna be talking about why Multiversus is a dog shit game, which no one should care about. You should uninstall it, undownload it, unrelease the fucking game already, devs. I don't want it, no one wants it. Okay, it's not that bad, but it is still pretty shit game. I just wanted to compose my thoughts into a rant type video and just talk about what happened. What happened with Multiverses, man? So I've been here the whole time. Okay, I was playing Multiverses in the alpha, the closed beta, open beta. I was there for the unrelease, the re-release, and I'm here now disappointed, at the verge of uninstalling the game. This game was in my fucking Steam favorites. Okay, that's a special sacred place for my Steam account. Not many games get in the Steam favorites list. So it is really with a heavy heart that I'm making this video. But I did want to make it especially after playing Star Wars Hunters, which came out less than a week after Multiverses, and it's Star Wars Hunters is legitimately a mobile game, and it plays less like a predatory mobile game than Multiverses does. And Multiverses, it's just a full-on console and PC release, so it's just really frustrating. So I just wanted to go through, I guess, the history first of Multiverses, and then just go through the very small amount of good things, and then a crazy, insane amount of bad things in the fucking thing. So I'm gonna go through the good and the bad of Multiverses, and let's be honest, it's mostly gonna be the bad. First, I should kind of, I guess, go through the history of Multiverses, where it began and where we are now. But even before that, I need to explain myself, why do I care this much? Why do I give a shit enough to make a whole video about Multiverses? Even I don't know why, but for some reason, as soon as I saw the first leak of this game, I just got really interested by the game. I was even one of the rare losers, morons, who bought the fucking $100 founder pack. To be fair, technically I didn't get my wonderful, amazing, never before seen chat and stream community got it for me. Check out twitch.tv/strange_loop with E at the end, by the way, for cool content, wink wink. But yeah, I drank the Multiversus Kool-Aid, and I regret it, dude. I really do. But that's why I felt the need to make this video, because I've been following this game literally from the beginning to the very end. Well, it's not over yet, but it kind of feels like it. Hello and welcome to Multiversus History 101. In this class, you will learn everything there is to know about the beginning and arguably the fall of Multiverses. So let's first talk about the leak. So before the game was officially announced, there were multiple prominent leakers and leaks of Multiverses, most notably and infamously this screenshot. That is how I personally first came across this game. I saw this screenshot and I was intrigued, to say the least. And that's it on the leak, It's just a leak. And then the next great era of Multiversus history is the alpha. I was actually one of the lucky few who managed to get into the alpha, and I was playing Multiversus since the alpha. And it was great. It was pretty much like the beta, but just alpha. I don't know. That's stupid. The alpha is what really got me hooked on Multiverses. I was just playing with my good buddy, bestest pal, Ray, 24/7, and we were both just obsessed. I was straight up mourning the loss of alpha once it ended. And then 2 months after the end of alpha, we finally got the big one, the open beta. And it was perfect. Just perfect. Well, not really. People, including me, still had many complaints about the game, but it was at least fun to play, It was awesome. You could see the potential. You could see the end game. The end game was in sight, During the beta, we had 2 seasons of the game, even though it was more of a season and a half, because they just gave up during the second season. I don't know what happened, but they released Marvin the Martian at the beginning of season 2, and then for literally 7 months, nothing. The game was just unchanged, just dead. And then after that, they just like, oh, we're taking it back. Oh, sorry, no more game for you. You know that $100 you gave us, strange_loop, you specifically? Sorry, you can play the offline mode where you don't get any of the cosmetics. Sorry. And that's the beta in a nutshell. It was a thing for 11 months. The end. So after the horrible no good evil unrelease of the game happened, came the great silent era. And I really do mean silent. They only remembered that the game even exists 2 months before the game was supposed to come out. But before those 2 months, we didn't know what was going on, we didn't know anything. And during that time, I was following so many like Multiversus creators, leakers, all sorts of people. And so many of them would just like, be announcing their like retirement. They were like, I just can't do this anymore, there's nothing, the devs forgot about us, so why would I give a shit? And I don't blame them. It truly felt like this game conned us. Like they took our money and ran. And then the silence was finally broken. It was infuriating though, because a lot of the first tweets and communication and whatever was just these meaningless nothing teasers, like, oh, it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome, and then they don't say anything specific and don't show us anything. But after that, like, edging, teasing part was done, they had like a little Multiversus direct where they again gave us nothing almost except for the release date, which was 2 months away. And man, that felt like an eternity. Because by that point, we were already waiting for 9 or 10 months, I think. And like, even in that direct, they like teased a stage, but not a single new character or anything. It was really a huge disappointment. But then like, a week or two before the actual release, they actually gave us info of some substance. Like they announced Joker, which I will say is a cool character, but to me I was completely unfazed because data miners found him in the files like back in 2022. So it felt more of a formality to put him in the game than an actual cool character. And then I guess a divisive character, Banana Guard, which I wanna say is bullshit. I love the idea of Banana Guard being a character in the game, but like Multiversus relaunched with only 3 new characters, and I can't believe that one of them is a joke Banana Guard character, which right now is destroying everyone. It is such a simple yet effective character. I hate him. I hate the damn banana, okay? I want him out of my fucking game. And then the last and honestly only character that I was like really hyped for was Jason. I love his design, I love his moveset, everything about him was so fucking cool. And then they even announced fucking Agent Smith, and I was on board. For the second time, I drank the Kool-Aid. I was saying, we are so back, Multiversus is so back, it's happening, baby, better than ever. And yeah, that's pretty much the brief history of Multiversus. I did try to, keep it more or less accurate, but it is like a very, very condensed history of Multiversus. So sorry if I got some things wrong. It's just a theory. A game theory. And now let's talk about the current state of Multiversus. Enough about the past. Who cares, okay? We live in the now. What's Multiversus like now? So gameplay wise, it's cool, it's neat. I see where they're going with it. A lot of people do complain about the speed or lack thereof, but I kinda get both sides. I see what they were trying to do, but I will agree, it's a bit still too slow, but I don't hate it, Even though the more I play it, the more I noticed how long the matches get because of how slow everything is, so I don't know. But I still have to say how awesome and cool the characters are. That's what got me in Multiversus and why I still give a shit, Every single character's moveset is so accurate to that character. It's awesome, like, you feel like playing Batman. Batman? No. Like the animations, like for example Marvin. He looks like a Looney Tunes cartoon, like his moveset is Looney Tunes and it's so cool, it's so awesome. You can really tell that the devs cared about the source material. And the same can be said for the stages. They are all so lovingly crafted, full of little Easter eggs and references to the show. But man, these new stages, like Dexter's Lab and Townsville Hall, look awesome, sound awesome, but man are they annoying. Like Mojo Jojo, I love the idea of him, I love his voice lines, But man, just fucking lay off, dude. Give me a fucking moment to breathe. He's insufferable. Same thing with the moving Dexter's Lab stage. It does again look and seem like a cool idea, but oh my god, it's just annoying. Another thing that they spent a lot of time promoting and talking about was their improved connection and stability. And I will say, if you manage to stay connected the whole match, the connection is great. Like, it is kind of crazy how little lag there is. Like, when I play with my international friends, it feels like we're in the same country. But a lot of the time the game just crashes or disconnects, so it doesn't matter how low the lag is if you can't get through the match. Apparently they did fix it, and now there's way less disconnects, so that's good. Believe it or not, those are what I consider the good points of the game. The rest is gonna be the shit I dislike about the game, so strap in. First, and I think like the most noticeable shitty thing about this game is just the introduction of like a million fucking currencies to the game. In the beta, you just had the premium currency Gleamium and gold, which was like for everything else. And now here, first of all, everything is called a currency, which I hate. It's so corporate and soulless. Like, at least call it like bucks or coins, points, something. But no, it's all just fighter currency, perk currency. It's so devoid of any character. I really don't like it. But yeah, there's like fighter currency, perk currency, Gleamium, prestige currency, and toasts. Granted, toasts were a thing in the beta too. Like, the concept of having toasts as like a limited thing does suck. Because like toasts are the same thing as endorsing in Overwatch. Imagine if you could endorse a limited amount of times. Like, why limit giving kudos to the players? And it's not like they get like a crazy amount of shit anyways. They just get 5 measly fighter currency. When the cheapest character to unlock costs 3000 fighter currency. And then, like, I just discovered this today, you can buy toasts with premium currency, and that sucks. And yes, I know, technically every day you log in you get 5 toasts, but like, what? It's stupid that it's even an amount. It should just be a button without any amount tied to it. It makes no sense. And this whole game is designed like a mobile game. Like, it's built on FOMO, limited time events that like you have to log in every day and grind for a bit. And the fact that you don't get rewarded at all for playing for a longer amount. Like, there's just no point to playing after you finished your dailies, your weeklies, and other missions. Like, just log off, you know? And granted, they did add Battle Pass XP for a won or a lost match, but like, why wasn't that in the game from the get-go? And it's such a small amount. At first it was only 10 XP per win and 5 XP if you lose, and one Battle Pass level is 2000 XP, so you would have to win, you know, 200 matches. After the backlash of that, they increased it to 50 XP per win, 25 XP per loss, which is like, I don't know, I personally think it's a bit too low, but it's at least something. But like, I can't believe that it wasn't just from the get-go in the game. Because people were complaining about how grindy the Battle Pass was in the open beta. Like, I was one of those complainers. And then they went and made it worse. And that's just like one of like a line of so many things they just like undid from the beta. It is baffling. And this is why I said that after playing Star Wars Hunters, I finally felt the need to like make a video on this. Because Star Wars Hunters is a literal mobile game. Like, it's primarily focused on the mobile market and does have like a Switch port, but it's like mostly focused on mobile. And it plays less like a mobile game than Multiversus does. It has less currencies. It also has the events. Weirdly enough, you also don't get Battle Pass XP from matches, but they did it in such a nicer way that it doesn't feel pointless to actually play the game. And they have ranked unlike Multiversus, so that's nice. By the way, I'm a top 200 Star Wars Hunters player. I know what I'm talking about is what I'm saying, okay? In Star Wars Hunters, it only has 2 currencies. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that. The more I think about it, the more I realize how similar Star Wars Hunters and Multiversus are, but just Star Wars Hunters does everything better. Like, Star Wars Hunters also had like a beta, but they never unreleased. They just kept being in the beta until they were ready for the full release, and now the game is awesome. Like, I am really really into it, well, I can say the complete opposite for Multiversus. I am so done with Multiversus and I hate that. I really do want to like it, but I just am so over it. It is just so unfun and just so lame now. Another like truly maddening thing to me is how many things are missing from the beta in the full release. Like there's so many things that I forgot. Like I had to look up how many things are missing and it's crazy, dude. There's so many things. So here's just some highlights of the things missing from the open beta. They removed the leaderboards. Before you could see what's your placement as like a specific character. Now you just don't know. I'm guessing that they did that in favor of an actual ranked mode, but there's no ranked yet. It's just like a locked screen. Then there's no after battle report. Like there's no damage dealt or how many ring outs each person got. And that was like such a nice touch. Now the end match screen looks so empty, just tells you nothing. They removed the co-op versus AI mode, and that was such a great mode to like learn a character or like ease into fighting actual people. Now I guess you could do rifts instead, but there are such specific fights that you can't really use that as training as any characters. And oh my god, I'm gonna go on a whole fucking different rant about rifts. Just you wait. Then a really nice UI thing that's just gone now is toasting back. In the beta, when someone toasted you, there will be like a little pop-up. Oh, this person toasted you, do you want to toast them back? Now they removed that. So if you don't toast them during the end screen result, you just aren't toasting them. But like for some reason you still get the pop-up that they toasted you, but you just can't do anything about it. You just see, oh great, I feel bad now. That's it. So like why didn't they just add that little button back? It makes no sense. And then one UI thing that fucking infuriates me. You cannot remove the ugly ass color tint of the enemy and ally characters. Like you can turn off the outline, but you can't turn off the color, and it's so shit. Like what's the point of paying $20 for a skin only for it to be just all red? It sucks, dude. And yeah, in the beta you could turn off one or both of those things. It was great. You also can't change your input buffer. In the beta you could change, how much of a delay there was in your inputs, but now by default it's at an insane 30 frame buffer amount, which is like crazy high. I think Smash Ultimate has like 9 frames or something, so this is way too fucking high. In the beta you could like set it to whatever you wanted to, but here you're just stuck at like this crazy amount. So insanely enough, these aren't all of the missing features, these are just the highlights. There are so many more. And it's crazy that they didn't tell us about it. They genuinely just didn't say anything. And I think they were just hoping that people wouldn't notice. And like, it's also really shitty because they gave early access to like content creators and IGN reviewers, shit like that. And none of them said anything about this. They were just saying how great the game was, which, added to my hype and everybody else's hype. I wouldn't be surprised that they had to be only positive because of a contract or something, but it's so shitty. And only after a week of silence did they say, oh yeah, sorry, we know these are missing. We were gonna add them, but switching over to the new engine, it's tougher than it looks. But it's coming. So far they didn't re-add any one of those features. And like, why couldn't you say so? It's so obvious they were just hoping no one's gonna notice. And that is so shitty. And this brings me to the whole Unreal Engine 5 thing. They're saying that the reason all of these features are missing is because they had to switch to Unreal Engine 5. But did they? Did they really have to switch? Because I don't see a single positive behind the Unreal Engine 5. The game actually looks worse, like visually it looks like shit, and it's missing all of these features. I'm guessing maybe it's related to like the netcode, like this type of netcode only works with Unreal Engine 5, but I don't think that makes sense. I think it should work with Unreal Engine 4 too. But yeah, it's just like not worth all of these missing features. Like the game is genuinely more of a beta now. It's so shit, man, I hate it. And yeah, speaking of the visuals, I hate the new fighter screen. It's so devoid of any emotion of any style. Before it used these like awesome, beautiful 2D drawings of like the character portraits, and now it's just like a in-game screenshot of the character's face, and it's like there's zero lighting. It's just like a head-on spotlight at their face, and the posing is nothing. Like Shaggy, Garnet, Steven, they look awful, horrible. It's really such a downgrade. And the last thing I wanna go on a tirade about are the rifts. And that's like their PvE, party, solo, whatever mode. And at first I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. Like they're very obviously like reusing assets in like a cute, fun Mario Party style way. But then I noticed how much hidden monetization there is. Like the only way to progress through that is to level up your gems, which are like little modifiers. And at first I liked the idea, it felt like playing like a roguelite or something, you know, with those gems. But then you have to level them up to unlock higher difficulties. And the only way to level them up is either by slowly getting gem XP through daily rifts, or, you know, you can buy it, you can buy XP for your Glamium and then you can just blast through it. And that is such shit. And the only way I even fucking play the rift still is because of the Agent Smith rift, which is like beat the bosses for the first time to get these cool rewards. One of them is get Agent Smith 2 weeks earlier than usual, but like you have to beat so many bosses to get that. There literally aren't enough bosses in the game right now. So it all feels kind of like a weird scam and I just don't care for it. It is just so not fun, so obviously just a monetization hellhole. And I don't like it, okay? I'm sorry. I liked it before, now I don't. I renounce the rift. And yeah, that's kind of the end of my rant, okay? I'm losing steam. I'm like genuinely just so tired talking and thinking about this game, but I just had to put my thoughts out there because I am going insane. It is such a downfall. I had to study it, okay? I just had to study the downfall. And now they're making like a bunch of promises in Discord and on Twitter, how like it's getting better, it's this, it's that. And like the only promises we are getting are to bring back features that were already in the game. I don't care about that, you know? We should have already had that and we should have worked toward cooler, newer stuff. But now it's never coming here, and it's just like, in general, all of Multiversus is just waiting. Waiting for the beta to come out, and then waiting for the game to be re-released, and now waiting for the game to get good. I'm sick of it, man. I really am, and I really hate to say that, because I spent fucking $100 on this fucking game, god damn it. And also because it's cool. But yeah, I'm probably gonna just be checking it out every time there's a new character, play it for like one stream, and then log off. I really do hate how pessimistic I am about this game, but you know, what else can you do? What can you say, really? Hi, it's me, Strange Loop. I hope you enjoyed my rant, and I hope you enjoyed this video in general. This isn't really like my typical video, but I just wanted to fucking go off on Multiversus because it's been on my mind for a long time, as you can probably tell by the video. And honestly, I had a lot of fun making it. And I had a lot of fun making it on twitch.tv/whatever. I made it on, the point is, I made this video on Twitch with the viewers, by the viewers, with the help of wonderful chat right here. Look how beautiful the chat is. Wow, they are so nice. Wow, they are so lovely. But yeah, anyways, this is like a whole different type of video. Check out my other, probably better videos. And if you want to see, like, I guess, behind the scenes of this video, you can go to my other channel. Like, I will post this VOD of making the video as a video on the second channel. So, watch my stuff.